What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Frame Reviews. I'm Scott, and today I'm reviewing Pope Francis, A Man of His Word, a documentary film about Pope Francis, directed by Wim Wenders, a director who has done Wings of Desire, Paris, Texas, for those Criterion fans out there. I'm wondering if there's any other films that any of you know out there. Let's see here. He's done The Salt of the Earth, Palermo Shooting, Invisibles, Don't Come Knocking, Land of Plenty. I mean, this guy has a lot of titles to his name. And if you're a fan of documentaries, obviously they kind of take on a persona of their own. You have to sort of be into the topic at hand. Otherwise, there are some documentary films and documentary filmmakers that can sort of, I guess, bring on a really odd topic and you can just get sucked into it because it's so entertaining and it's so bizarre and it's so unique and out there. But with Pope Francis, a man of his word, I was intrigued because of what it brings, I guess, orally in this case, because there's so much language going on here. Pope Francis is actually from Argentina, and so the way he speaks, the way we get some Italian dialect, you have English, you have so many different languages coming together in this documentary, that it's just so awesome to be able to sit there and just listen to these people talk. Not to mention what Pope Francis stands for. And you get to kind of learn a little bit more about him in this documentary. The big thing with this film, and I think it's going to come off as a little bit jarring for some people, and of course it has to be politically. What this brings forward is a lot of sort of the liberal way of thinking, and it's all highlighted with Pope Francis's ideals. With when it comes to I guess global warming, and I don't really think I have to go into it. I mean, he's accepting of other religions and cultures, feels like we need to stand up for the poor, things like that, things of that nature. And I think that's where it's getting a lot of heat from people who are going to see this movie, and then they feel like they're totally being bombarded by a liberal way of thinking. And I think that's unfair, because I think that he speaks through his morals, and his morals are that, and he's not going to stray away from that. And I think that's something to be to be admired by, and I think that's something that I really enjoyed through this. There were a lot of great parts to this movie. I thought this documentary was very well done. I would see it again. I thought this hour and a half really rolled by. Like I said, if your political views are not going to be seen eye to eye, if you're not into this, maybe you are religious, and maybe this will be an experience for you to go see. There are some really great stories that Pope Francis shares, including one of a young dying boy, which is really is gut-wrenching. But the sounds, the pictures that you see, the aerial footage that they get, I think it all works very well, and I think it flowed together very well. They also put in this reenactment of the original Pope Francis, so they kind of started by highlighting what Pope Francis stood for, and then once a priest is put in and named a pope, then they get to take on a saint's name, and so Saint Francis is obviously the one that Pope Francis picked, and because of his ideals, match that of the saint. And I think it together, it shows. It's to me, it's an uplifting experience. I think it was it was nice to go out there and enjoy a film and not be bombarded with, for me, I didn't think it was super political, but I mean, obviously, I think you can drain that out of pretty much anything nowadays. So, for me, I'm going to give Pope Francis, a man of his word, a solid 3 out of 4 stars. Like I said, I feel so terrible that this is what's coming out of it, that this is the way I saw it. I didn't mind it. I thought it was a really great documentary, but I can see how other people are going to come into this and be kind of taken aback by the fact that there's a lot of things that are highlighted, with the left. So go and see it if you like documentaries. If you're interested in religion and the Pope, go see it. If you're you have liberal, I don't know. If you're a freaking liberal, go freaking see it. If you're a conservative, go freaking see it. Just see the freaking movie if you like movies and documentaries, and good ones. And don't put that aside. Like, have a clear mind when you go in there, because it's good. So 3 out of 4 for me. Like, subscribe, comment. Thank you all. Bye.